Welcome back to the channel, you kooks. Today on the Van Kooks channel, we are reviewing a new composting toilet. It is originally from Germany. This is one of their bigger ones. They have 3 different sizes, and we're just going to get into a review today, so let's do it.
This is the Trelino Origin L. This is a composting toilet. It's a urine diverting composting toilet. They've done it a little bit different than other composting toilets, and we'll get into that here in just a second. We've been using this for a few weeks. We always review these things before we go ahead and make these videos. So out of the box, when we first got it, we really liked it. It's very small. It's incredibly lightweight. It's very lightweight. And if you can see, it just kind of has nice ergonomic features, nice round design.
And what I like about it is you can't tell that it's a toilet. We can literally keep it here and slide it back and use it as we did our ottoman before, because you can't tell that it's a toilet.
It's just pretty sleek and cool. Like Danny says, it doesn't look like a toilet. It looks more like what we normally have here is an ottoman, and it literally looks like our ottoman. And we can even use it as a step for our bed. So it's kind of cool that it's multi-purpose. You could even like put this outside at the campsite and maybe use it as a table, and it doesn't look like you're just like using your toilet as a table. So that's kind of a cool feature that they incorporated.
A lot of the other composting toilets have lots of, curves and all these crazy things. This is just really straight edge, so it's really easy to clean. So easy to clean. It's not white. I love that it's not white. So that, because the white really takes on that like dirt. I mean, your dirt bags in van life. So this is easier to clean for a van lifer.
We'll go through the toilet, kind of starting with the top, going all the way down to the inner components. So first off, it comes with just a magnetic wooden lid, and just an easy, simple magnetic wooden lid. Nothing too special here. It's also kind of unfinished, so if you wanted to paint this and have it maybe match your van interior, you can do that. It does kind of have a rough look. I wish maybe they did give it a better finish on that, but that's not a deal breaker.
Yeah, I think you make a great point though. You can finish it to what ours is black, so maybe we would do it black, so it's really nice that you can customize it to your build.
Yeah, and then there's no hinges holding the lid on, so you kind of just take the lid off, place it to the side, maybe even place it in your lap. But that's what we've been kind of doing. But taking the lid off, placing it to the side, and then we're going to get right into the urine diverter. So they did a really good job with this urine diverter. Other composting toilets kind of have this urine diverter built into this like trap door here for your solids. And this is so easy to clean. There's no crevices, and we cleaned it before we shot the video, and it was just easy to get in here and clean it all up just with like a Clorox wipe, or vinegar and water can do the trick. But Danny really likes this, and she'll kind of get into it more for the female perspective.
Yes. Kevin was laughing at me when I was telling him how much I liked this simple design, because when you look at it, you're like, oh, well, no big deal, like it's pretty simple. But it's simple in the way that when you're a girl, in the other composting toilets, there's the trap door, like Kevin was saying, and the trap door is connected to the pee area. And sometimes you gotta go number 1 and number 2 at the same time. So and the biggest thing about composting toilets is you don't want your number 2 and your number 1 to mix, because that's what creates the smell. So if you can separate those like these do, that's when you can, stamp out any smell or anything like that in your van. So when you have this big hole and you have a hole to pee, you can do both at the same time. You don't have to stop your stream and open the trap door and then close the trap door and then finish your stream. I mean, I'm just telling you from experience, this happens.
So never forget to open the door.
Yeah.
It's always open. That's pretty nice. You could forget to shut the lid, which we'll show you. They did a great job on this urine diverter. We're just going to get into now the interior components. So when we first got it, we were kind of like, that's funny. It's just like a bucket with a trash can and a water bottle essentially in it. But it's actually more than that, and it's actually a pretty cool design. Number 1, it's so easy to clean. This urine container too, we'll get into why we like this, but it holds 2.6 gallons. And then Danny really likes this because she mainly uses the urine part of the composting toilet. Me, I just have a pee jug. Normally it's easier for me to stand and pee into a jug. She'll get into why. Also, it's nice to have a composting toilet so you can sit and pee.
So yeah, Kevin calls this my throne because I'm the one that uses it mostly because I pee in it every night, every day. He, like he said, he uses his pee jug. But I really, really like this pee jug. Why? Because it's not clear. It's blue. It has a nice little handle. It's very discreet. Like everything about this is discreet. The little trash can for the poop is discreet. That is like my number one favorite thing about this thing is it's discreet. So I can go down, you know, we'd be in San Diego a lot and I'd be walking down with my pee jug, but I would have a bag for my pee jug so that people didn't know that I had a pee jug because you could see through it and it would be kind of on the yellow side, you know, like some tea, like a lot of tea in there or something. And this, you can't tell what color the liquid is. You can't, you know, you can't tell that it's pee. It kind of just looks like an oversized water bottle for maybe your RV or something. So we really like that. Another thing that I like about it is this massive thing comes off and it has a huge opening to clean, and that's huge.
And it pours better too. The other composting toilet doesn't pour that well, and this thing pours nice and just a nice flow out. The other one kind of like clugs out.
It kind of like clugs out and it'll splash on you,
Yeah.
and because it's such a small, it's about this big. You can reach in and you can get some vinegar, some wipes, some anything like that, and get in there with some gloves or whatever you need to feel comfortable doing that. And then this thing is another one of my favorite things about the design is Kevin threw away our other composting toilet lid because he's like, what do you need that for? It goes in the toilet. I'm going to throw this away because you don't need it, because he's a minimalist and he throws everything away. But this thing lives on, it has a little place under there where it lives underneath it. So you can always, whenever you take it, you just switch the lid out and then you really can carry it like it's a water bottle, and no one really knows what that is.
It has this little gasket, and I'll get a close up here. And this is nice because it does actually kind of seal off when it's shut. And the pee actually will start to smell the worst over time. The container kind of gets a little bit rancid and rank, and the smell starts to come up. And other composting toilets, they don't really have a way to kind of trap that smell in, but these have these nice little gaskets, and it comes with 3, because I'm imagining they will get gross over time. But the cool thing is they come out and you could just soak this in like a water vinegar solution and clean them. Basically, they kept it really simple and really basic on the solids. There is no agitator on this unit, and you don't need a fan on this unit. So you don't need electricity, so it can kind of just plug and play instantly into your build. Now we'll just get into the solids container. It's also a 2.6 gallon receptacle. We kind of laughed. We were like, oh, it's just like an IKEA trash can. But here's the thing. It does seem like kind of like it's just a little plastic trash can, but this thing actually is incredibly easy to deal with. So it comes with these composting trash bags. You can get these at any grocery store. These ones are just branded Trelino, but this thing is such a breeze to clean. The composting toilet, the other one we have, has an agitator, and you almost have to like, I literally carry around a little spade shovel, so when I'm changing it, I can like get into the crevices and dig out all the medium and stuff that gets stuck to the edges. With this, it's super simple.
Like I said, my number one thing about this whole unit is that it's discreet. Once again, the poop area is discreet. So it looks like it's literally just a trash can, you know. So if you wanted to go take the whole thing out, you can just take the whole thing out in case, you know, because in the summer, these composting bags can get actually, you know, pretty warm, and they might start to decompose if you leave the poop in there for too long, if it's too warm, if it's just right for that to happen. So sometimes in the summer, what I imagine, since we're doing this in the winter, but in the summer I imagine taking this out and being able to just wrap it up and then dump it in the trash. And, you know, it just looks like you're just throwing your trash away. So it's not like someone's going to be like, hey, you're throwing your poop away. And you're like, hey, you threw diapers away, so don't get mad at me.
This holds 2.6 gallons. We never really filled it up that much in the last few weeks we've been using it. We've just kind of, you know, used it, I think maybe like 5 or 6 times each. That's a pretty good amount. And people are like, oh, gross, disgusting, you're throwing your poop away in the trash. And like, I always counteract that argument by like, yeah, but how many baby diapers are in the trash?
How many dog
Yeah,
poops are in the trash?
dog poop. And the thing is, like, it's actually like this incredibly clean medium. You'd be so surprised when the poop gets dried out and it's just like all soaked up from the composting medium. It's crazy. It's almost just like dirt. So how this works is we like to use these cocoa core bricks. You soak these and break them up into basically fine powder. Cocoa core works, sawdust works, as well as peat moss. I haven't used any other mediums for composting toilets. I always use cocoa core. I've tried the other ones. I just find this one is so efficient and works great. It's kind of a pain to deal with when you get it, but it does a great job. So basically what you do is, you put your bag in, and then every use, basically you use the bathroom, so you sit down, you do your thing, you come out, and then you just need a little container or receptacle or plastic bag or whatever you have just to hold your composting medium. And then you kind of just pour it over, just a few scoops on top of your last use. And I kind of coat the bottom of the bag with it as well. And it's super easy. It's easy. They didn't like overthink it. I think some designs on our current composting toilet were a little overthought, and we get a lot of, like Danny said, the pee will like crystallize in weird areas, and it's kind of a lot to clean. We end up having to take the fan off, unwiring the fan, taking the whole thing off, soaking it in water. But this is like, we cleaned it before the video and it took us like 5 minutes.
The thing too that I really like about the poop part of it is that if you're scared that, oh, maybe someone can smell that I like went to the bathroom this morning, the best thing about this, and that you can't do with most other composting toilets, is that you just take the bag out and you throw it away and you put a new one in there, and like no concerns after that. With our old composting toilet, what we would have to do, it would be like, oh, we need to stay at a campsite so that we can have like a private area where we can definitely take our toilet apart and throw it away and do all the things and get the spade shovel and really work that toilet to get all that stuff out of there and clean it and then put in new. So this just makes it like super breezy. Like, yeah. It is. I love that you said that they didn't overthink it. Like, they didn't overthink it, and it makes it so simple for the user.
Yeah, so basically, like, if we were here, we're cleaning the toilet, it's so easy. I just open it. And also there is a lid for the trash can, and you always want to put the lid on after use. It really just seals it off. Our other toilet doesn't have a complete seal. The smell kind of always comes up through the little trap door compartment, and it always kind of has a smell. But once you shut the lid, there is like zero smell. So let's just say we're here, time to clean it, super easy. Take the lid off, grab the bag, have all my poop in there, throw it away, get a fresh bag, pull out the can, and throw in a bag, and that's it.
And then the cool part about that too is, like how I was saying, if your bag does kind of start to decompose because you let it chill for too long, it is really easy to clean with this style.
Yeah.
There's no crevices. So easy. So like I said, not overthinking it really pays off here.
Yeah, so a lot of people might be thinking, oh, I think it's about $645 online. They have another series. It's a little bit cheaper. This is the biggest one. You can buy a shorty. It's actually pretty cool. It's this tinier version. That one runs about $400. Link in the description for all of Trelino's toilets. People might think it's a bit costly, but there's convenience cost in van life, and we've lived without toilets, and it's literally worth maybe even the shorty, the $400 version, just for that peace of mind when you're just like, I can't go to the bathroom anywhere, there's no restrooms. It happens. It will happen to you.
During COVID, that happened to us a lot, and we were like, Kevin was high-fiving me because I basically just ordered the toilet without him knowing. He was like, why did you order such an expensive thing? And we've done van life without it before. Do we really need this? And he was really high-fiving me at that point when all the bathrooms were closed.
So yeah, this is a little bit longer of a review, but we just wanted to get in depth this is probably one of the first looks at this product in America. So we're just giving you a complete breakdown of this toilet, and people might be like, well, I can get a luggable loo or a cassette toilet for a fraction of the price, but the luggable loo does not separate the things, and they get disgusting.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I don't even think you want that in your van unless you're instantly using it and throwing it away. Here you can kind of be like peeing a few times, taking a few dumps, you know.
Even then, you're like carrying the luggable loo into a public restroom, and
yeah.
you're like, oh, here's my luggable loo, like, watch out, I'm gonna like pour all this blue goop and poop and pee.
Those are the cassette toilets, but yeah, I was gonna get into those, but
sorry.
she just did it for me, and we've seen our friends do it, and we're
Yeah.
like, gross, that's disgusting.
Yeah, they take turns and make fun of each other each time, so it's gross.
So get familiar with your number ones and number twos. Get a composting toilet. This is a great one, easy starter toilet, even if you're just kind of a weekender. You want the shorter version. The shorter version will fit in your car. And like I said, it integrates really well into the van. It can go anywhere. Overall, what do you say? Kook certified?
Kook certified for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you have a build that you already have, the smaller one would fit into so many places.
It's small, but it's good. It's great. You can get a few uses out of it as well.
Mm-hmm.
We got the larger one because we really rely on these composting toilets, and I think you will, after you get one, you will be like, lifesaver. So Kook certified, Trelino. Check out their website, check out their products, link in the description. Always, thank you guys for watching.
Wear your poop socks.
Yeah, I got my poop socks on.
It comes with Trelino poop socks.
Yeah, my toilet came with poop socks. I hope yours does too. I think it even says something on the bottom.
Trelino shit matters.
So get your socks. That's why it's a little more expensive. You get socks.
Oh wait, one thing we forgot to mention.
What?
That we like about the poop area as well is in our other composting toilet, we would have to have like a separate receptacle for like toilet paper, because it slows down the agitation, it slows down the breakdown of turning it into compost. So this, because you can throw it away so often, we just throw our toilet paper in there, and then you don't have to worry about, you know, we have this like old collagen jar that we have our stuff in, or that. Yes. Yeah, it's that. And that gets kind of hard to get all the when you stuff in a lot in there and you forget to throw it away, it gets kind of gross to throw that away. So this is just super not gross, like all around.
Yeah. No, agreed. So yeah, easy to clean, sleek design, lightweight, doesn't look like a toilet, can be used outside the campsite even. So
no electricity.
Yeah, so just subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it. We've been a little bit slower on the reviews, but we got a lot going on. And just check us out. We have tons of build videos and all that stuff. But thanks for watching. Like and subscribe one more time, and we'll see you guys on the flip side.
Peace out.